You are 3 habits away from being able to make the amount of money that you want. It's really that simple. And the fact that you're sitting here saying how hard it is, how difficult it is as you binge business podcasts after business book, after philosophy of how to optimize my... Enough is enough. Those people are way, 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 way over here, and you're here trying to make what? 10 grand a month? Throw it all away. You just need 3 habits. And here's the best part. If you can master these 3 habits, the same habits that get you to 10,000 will get you to 100,000 and well and beyond. So stop wasting your time trying to micro-analyze how you might possibly be successful and scale into a $1 trillion company in the future, and learn how to make some money today so you can quit your job and have a happy life. Or don't. It's just you guys keep coming to me and saying, man, if I could be free, I could just go and live this dream. And if that's not you and you have a really great job, please continue to do that. It's a much better strategy. You work a lot less, you get a lot more money, you get a lot better work-life balance in general. But if you're the kind of person who can't do that, that's okay. But you got to stop dreaming so big before you even know how to walk. So this might be the most down-to-earth business video you ever see, because I'm going to walk you through how I've done it since I was 16 years old and worked my way up to where I am now. So you can use these 3 principles. And these 3 principles took me about 15 years to learn. So listen, because it's really helpful. The first thing you need to understand if you're trying to become financially independent is that whatever idea that you have for building a business is probably idiotic. You're a moron and it's not going to work. Stop trying to invent something new before you've even made your first sale. And I did this too. I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to invent my own energy drink tea, and I'm going to sell it through affiliate marketing systems in an MLM-esque style. Why? I don't know. I was 16 years old and I wanted some money. But if I had just done what I ended up doing 5 years later, which is picking an offer that was guaranteed to work because thousands of other people were already making similar businesses and making tons of money, I would have gotten way further ahead than where I started. So the first thing you want to do is, before you get fancy, before you get creative, is pick something that's already proven to work. For example, I picked lawn care, but you could do anything. You could do a maid service. You could do a car washing business. You could do lawn care. You could do pressure washing. Like, just pick something where you see tons of people making money in it, and most of them do a really crappy job. That's another great way to do things well. Find offers that are already working in industries where the majority of the people who are making money have terrible websites, horrible customer service, and don't even do the job well. Sets the bar real low, and that's where you're at. In fact, you're actually below the bar because you haven't made a sale yet. So start there. That's a good place to start. You're not going to invent the new software engineered app that's going to revolutionize the world yet. So what is the core habit here that you need to learn for this first step? And that's to identify offers. Just take note of where you see money being exchanged in these businesses that are doing a bad job, have bad customer service, and are still getting money, and note them and see which ones you could do yourself. And the second step after you've identified this is to simply generate leads. And this is the next thing that you're probably messing up on if you've said, oh, Tyler, I've tried businesses before. Trust me, I was in the same boat. It's like, oh, you don't understand. I've called 100 people. Yeah, try doing 100 people a day. Once you've talked to 1,000 people, then you can start talking about whether or not this is working out. And it actually gets worse because you can't just call 1,000 random people in the phone book. Trust me, I tried. Instead, you have to actually target people who are the right fit. Let's say you wanted to do window cleaning, right? So you go and you could just drive around and go up to every single house, knock on their doors and be like, do you want window cleaning? You could try that. Or you could be a smart boy and you could get good leads. You drive down the rich neighborhoods. Why? Because they have money. And then you look at every house that's got dirty windows. Oh, they're rich and they got the problem I can solve. See, that's a double whammy right there. Maybe I'm going to go knock on those doors specifically. Now, obviously, you're going to need to tailor this to whatever business you're trying to do, but it isn't complicated. And this is something that took me a long time to understand, because you go and you read business books that you have to identify a starving market and you got to go and serve them the hot dog stand. And it's this abstract, poorly described way of just go find the people who can afford your service. And then once you're in that area, find the people who have the pain that you solve. It's that simple. It's really not that complicated. And the last little piece here, and this is where the habit comes in, is you are completely underestimating the volume necessary to make this work. You do not understand how much people will fight tooth and nail to not answer your phone, to not open the door, to not take a look at your emails, to not listen to you, and to not spend their money. Even when you can solve their problem, even when you're the best solution, even when you're the only solution. So when you're going into this game, understand that like 1,000 conversations a week is like the start. That's where you go like, okay, I'm doing 1,000 conversations with people with dirty windows in rich neighborhoods. Now I'm actually trying to make a business work. And so the habit that you need to develop to be successful is learning how to have more conversations with people in various ways. This could be running ads. This could be doing networking groups. This could be doing cold calls. This could be doing DMs. This could be making content. There's all sorts of ways you can achieve this, but you have to develop that habit and realize it's the habit of doing that behavior that will lead to the result instead of trying to chase the result. Because even if you do have all these conversations and you come in and go, hi, how's it going? Do you want lawn care? Do you want lawn care? The people are going to be off put and go, whoa, this guy's desperate. Get away from me. And you might get one or two sad, desperate sales out of that, but you don't want to be that way. Instead, you're going to be doing this as a habit. You're the kind of person who just has conversations, and that is going to get you a way better results in the long term. Which leads naturally into the third habit that made me fail in businesses in the beginning before I finally figured things out, which is the habit of follow-up. So if you're sitting there and you're starting business, you might ask yourself, it's like, okay, well, if I'm talking to the perfect person who has dirty windows, they're rich and they want to clean the windows right now. They're like really, really into getting their windows cleaned. How many times do you think you might have to have a conversation with them before they go and do it? If you haven't done business and you're a fool like I was, you think like what, maybe 1-2 times tops? Try 6 to 9 times. It's absurd how many times you have to follow up with people before you can get them to make the smart decision that actually solves their problems in life at a reasonable price. It doesn't even matter how great your offer is. You could be doing, hi, I'm going to do your lawn care for half the price in half the time and get you the exact same results. It will still take you an unimaginable amount of follow-up before someone actually says yes. So this third habit is learning to be the kind of person who follows up with people. Where every other sales rep gives up at 4, be the guy who does it 12 times, 14, 28, who knows how far it's going to take for your business. But each and every time you develop those calls, those follow-ups, those check-ins, you get closer to making a business a success. But even if you master these 3 habits, it's not going to be enough unless you learn how to shift your mindset now to take the right perspective on exactly what it is you're doing. You need to go anywhere but the mindset of trying to make money. And instead, you need to realize what you're truly doing deep down inside when you do make a business. You're not trying to make money. That is the byproduct of what you're doing, which is exchanging value. And until you adopt the paradigm of being the person who's going into the world and solving someone's problem, and understanding that you're trying to make other people's lives better with what you do, and you allow your unconscious mind to shift from a perspective of taking wanting, needing, into a new paradigm of helping, of giving, of service, realizing that the reason that you're going to make those calls, the reason you're going to make that business offer, the reason you're going to track down those leads, and the reason you're going to follow up with them is because by doing that, you're helping make their lives better. And that is going to be the source of energy that allows you to do the volume that's necessary to succeed. And because that is exactly what is going to be needed to succeed, let me tell you, you're going to be following up with the leads that come through the pipeline. And remember, you're trying to have like 1,000 conversations a week. So if you're having 1,000 conversations a week, you probably are going to have like, 100 or so people who become leads in your system. And of those 100 people, you're going to need to follow up with them 6, 12, 14, a lot of times. So there's a lot of volume that's necessary in the beginning phases of building a business. And luckily, this doesn't happen forever if you get the first rule correct, which is having a good offer that already works. Because if you start to have a good offer that works, people go, hey, this guy solved my problems. He's awesome. And then they tell their friends, and you don't have to spend so much time talking to 1,000 people every week. But that's what you're building to. So if you sell something that's just a crappy scam that doesn't work, well, then your whole business is just going to be you doing 1,000 calls a week until you run out of people to call to. And then everyone goes, don't go to that guy. He sucks. So don't do that. That's why the whole process is you create a great offer that's already proven to work. You just do it better. Then you go talk to lots and lots and lots of people. And then you follow up with those people over and over and over again. And eventually those people who you sell start telling people to come to you, and you get to take a nice little break. And then you get to go and make your fancy video on the internet about how you have money and free time and travel around the world. And everyone goes, oh my gosh, I'm so envious. You're so lucky. He's a scam. No, it's not. You just did this exactly as I said, and it worked. And then if you want to, you can go sell a little side of money, and you can try that creative idea that you're dreaming about every other week and making up a new one of and never actually executing on and failing on. You can try it because you actually have the money and the time to do it now. But that's another topic for another day. See you later.